will be Senior Ram Lambs. Senior Ram Lambs will be your next class. Placing on the class of yearling rams for our Jacob show, first place goes to entry 1393, Broken Rock 0244 Elixir. Victoria Wiggins McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts. That ram weighing 124. Second place to entry 1394, Broken Rock 0249 Chaos. Victoria Wiggins McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts. That ram weighing 102. Third place to 1392, Brian McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts. That ram weighing 115. Fourth place to entry number 1396, Michaela Craffey, Winchendon, Massachusetts. And 5 to 1395, Brian McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts. Again, now showing Senior Ram Lambs. The most striking features of the Jacob are its 4 horns, 2 vertical center horns and 2 side horns curling alongside the head, and its spotted black and white fleece. The Jacob is a very old breed of unknown origins. The first importations of Jacobs to the United States occurred in the early 1900s. Like its British counterpart, the American Jacob is a small primitive breed valued for its unique features. Jacobs are categorized as threatened by the Livestock Conservancy.
fall ram class here. The little ram here I'm starting with, he's probably the smallest in the class. I think he's the nicest fleeced ram in the class. He's the most correct on his feet and legs. A ram, I like the horn set on him. Nice ram to start with. Ram in second, not quite as uniform in his fleece, probably all the way through. Not quite as long, probably, as when you get your hands on him, but that's pretty minor. But another nice correct ram with another nice set of horns on him for a second. Ram here in third, again, not quite as correct maybe on his back legs and his back feet as the two rams ahead of him, but another nice kind of a ram here in third. Ram here in fourth, I'd like to give him a little bit bigger testicle size, and for me, I'd like to just change his fleece a little bit.
Our next class is Junior Ram Lambs. Placing on the class of Senior Ram Lambs for our Jacob Show, first place to entry 1400, Broken Rock F0326, Cyrus, Brian McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts. That ram weighing 67 pounds. Second place to entry 1399, Broken Rock 0322, Vulcan, Victoria Wiggins McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts. That ram weighing 65 pounds. Third to 1398, Victoria Wiggins McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts. That ram weighing 72 pounds. And fourth place to 1397, Michaela Craffey, Winchendon, Massachusetts.
Nice spring ram lamb here to start the class. A ram you like when you look at him from the front, really straight and square on his feet and legs. I like the head on the ram and the horn set on the ram. A ram with a pretty nice kind of fleece. Then the next three here you can kind of give some give and take. This little guy here in second, I think he's probably a little bit nicer fleece than the two rams below him. And better on his feet and legs maybe than the two. The little buck lamb here in third, just a little baby. It's hard to evaluate his fleece, but I like his basic structure so far. Ram here in fourth, he lost a bunch of fleece up there in his top. I'd like to see him with some more thickness down over his top.
Our next class will be pair of ram lambs. Placing on the class of junior ram lambs for our Jacob show, first place goes to entry 1401, Broken Rock 0323 Enzo. Victoria Wiggins McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts. That ram weighing 77 pounds. Second place to entry number 1402, Broken Rock F 0414 Rocco. Brian McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts. That ram weighing 45. 1403 was third place. And first in the junior show, WIC 79, Crazy Train. Rebecca Southwick, Jaffrey, New Hampshire. That ram weighing 42. And fourth place to entry 1405, Michaela Craffey, Winchendon, Massachusetts. Now ready to show for Open Show Champion and Reserve Champion Ram. Placing on the class of pair ram lambs, first place goes to Victoria Wiggins McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts. Second place, Brian McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts. Third to Michaela Craffey, Winchendon, Massachusetts. Our open show champion ram for the Jacob Show was our first place yearling ram, entry 1393, Broken Rock, 0244, Elixir, Victoria Wiggins McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts. The reserve champion goes to 1401, our first place junior ram lamb, Broken Rock, 0323, Enzo, Victoria Wiggins McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts. We're going to ask now that Rebecca Southwick bring her ram lamb, 1403 entry, WIC 79, into the ring. And our junior show champion ram is 1403 from the junior ram lamb class, WIC 79, Crazy Train, Rebecca Southwick, Jaffrey, New Hampshire. And Rebecca receives a $50 gift card provided by Boot Barn. We are now ready for yearling ewes. Jacob, yearling ewes to the ring, please. So here's our first trivia question. Since we haven't been showing them real long as their own breed, we're not going back real far, but at the 2022 Big E Jacob Show, Victoria Wiggins McPhee had both the champion and reserve champion ram and champion and reserve champion ewe in the open show. Who exhibited the champion and reserve champion ewes in the junior portion of the Jacob Show? That is right. It was Rebecca Southwick.
Jacob Yearling ewes. I really like the ewe here that we're starting with. She looks the nicest when you watch him walk around the ring. Really straight and correct on her feet and legs. Nice down her top, beautiful set of horns. I like the head on the ewe. A really nice ewe to start the class with. Ewe in second, maybe not quite as nice when you view her from the side. She's not quite as long, but a ewe that's got a nice fleece on her. Again, like the horn set on the ewe. Another nice ewe in second. Lamb here in third. I don't think she's quite as nice fleeced as the two ewes ahead of her. Maybe not quite as straight and strong on her back pasterns as the two ewes ahead of her, but another nice pretty ewe when you view her from the side. Ewe here in fourth. I'd like to give her a little stouter set of horns, lengthen her out a little bit to get any higher. Then here the ewe in fifth. She tends to break down her top. She gets got a lot of color on her legs. Could maybe take some of that color off of her legs, but a nice class all the way through.
Next class is pair of yearling ewes. Placing on the yearling ewe class for the Jacob show. First place goes to entry 1411, Broken Rock 0248, Eliza. Victoria Wiggins McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts, that ewe weighing 93 pounds. Second to 1416, Craffy 531. Michaela Craffy, Winchendon, Massachusetts, that ewe weighing 86. Third place to 1412, Brian McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts, that ewe weighing 105. Fourth place to 1413, Brian McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts, and 5 to entry 1415, Michaela Craffy, Winchendon, Massachusetts. Placing on the pair of yearling ewes, first place to Brian McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts, second place to Michaela Craffy, Winchendon, Massachusetts. Now ready for senior ewe lambs.
Jacob Fall ewe lamb class here. I'm starting the class with not the biggest one out here, but I think she's the most correct. She's the prettiest headed. She's the most correct on her feet and legs. I think she's the nicest fleeced ewe lamb out here. Ewe lamb here in second. She maybe getting to be a little too much black in her fleece. Could maybe get some more white in her. A ewe lamb I don't think quite as nice a fleeced as the ewe lamb ahead of her, but she's good on her feet and legs, and a nice ewe lamb for second. Next two ewe lambs, they're just lacking the size and scale, maybe days of age to get any higher today.
Next class is junior ewe lambs. Placing on the senior ewe lamb class, first place goes to entry 1422, Broken Rock 0330, Cupcake, Victoria Wiggins McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts, that ewe weighing 46 pounds. Second place to entry 1423, Broken Rock 0332, Raven, Victoria Wiggins McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts, that ewe weighing 60 pounds. Third place to 1420, Brian McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts, that ewe weighing 34 pounds. And fourth place to 1421, Brian McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts. Again, now ready for junior ewe lambs.
Jacob Jr. ewe lamb class. I really like the two ewe lambs here we're starting with. The ewe lamb I'm starting with, she's the most structurally correct ewe in the class. Nicest headed ewe in the class. I really like her when you view her from the side. She looks the nicest when you watch him walk around the ring on the halter. Ewe lamb in second, I really like the bone structure on this ewe, the correctness of her and the style and balance. She's awfully dark. I'd like to see some more white on her to get any higher, but a really nice ewe except for the darkness of her fleece. Ewe lamb, next three ewe lambs kind of all have the same problems. I kind of sorted them on fleece quality. I think the ewe in third, she's got a little bit nicer fleece than the two behind her, and the same thing goes down there for fourth and fifth, but a nice top five here in this class.
Next class will be pair of ewe lambs. Placing on the junior ewe lamb class, first place to entry 1431, Craffy 626, Michaela Craffy, Winchendon, Massachusetts, that ewe weighing 65 pounds. Second place to 1430, Craffy 622, also Michaela Craffy, Winchendon, Massachusetts, that ewe weighing 63 pounds. Third to 1424, broke Brian McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts, that ewe weighing 44. 4 to 1426, Victoria Wiggins McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts. 5 to 1428, Brian McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts. And 6, first in the junior show, to 1425, WIC 66, Ruby, Rebecca Southwick, Jaffrey, New Hampshire. Placing on the pair of ewe lamb class, first place goes to Victoria Wiggins McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts. Second to Michaela Craffy, Winchendon, Massachusetts. Third to Brian McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts. For our open show champion ewe, went to the first place yearling ewe, entry 1411, Broken Rock 0248, Eliza. Victoria Wiggins McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts. For the Open Show Reserve Champion ewe, it was our first place junior ewe lamb, 1431, Craffy, 626, Michaela Craffy, Winchendon, Massachusetts. This time we'd like to have Rebecca Southwick bring entry 1425 to the ring. And Rebecca Southwick has the Junior Show Champion ewe on entry 1425 out of the Junior Ewe Lamb class, WIC 66 Ruby. Rebecca Southwick, Jaffrey, New Hampshire. And she receives the $50 gift card from Boot Barn. Now ready for Exhibitor's Flock. Okay, at the 2022 Big E Jacob Show, who exhibited the champion and reserve champion rams on a pair of senior ram lambs? Catherine got that. Victoria Wiggins McPhee of Massachusetts. Placing on the exhibitor's flock, first place to Brian McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts. Second place to Michaela Craffy, Winchendon, Massachusetts. Now ready for breeder's flock. Placing on the breeder's flock, first place goes to Brian McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts. Second place to Michaela Craffy, Winchendon, Massachusetts. Now ready for Get of Sire. Following the Get of Sire class, we will show Best Fleece Jacob. Placing on the Gaddef Sire class, first place goes to Victoria Wiggins McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts. Second place to Brian McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts. And third place to Michaela Craffey, Winchendon, Massachusetts. We are now ready for Best Fleece. Our judge for the Jacob Show today is Sarah Kuykendall. Sarah's from Richland Center, Wisconsin. She graduated with a BS in Animal Science from UConn, where she also served as the university's shepherd. She has a custom fitting and showing business with her husband Kevin, and she also works on websites and marketing at Novel Design. Sarah grew up in Maine and has shown sheep since her 4-H days. She now raises Monadales, Cheviots, and natural coloreds on their farm in Wisconsin. Best Fleece of the Jacob Show goes to entry number 1400 out of the Senior Ram Lamb class. Our class winner from that class, Broken Rock F 0326 Cyrus, Brian McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts. We also need Brian McPhee and Victoria Wiggins McPhee to come to the show ring desk, please. And we'd like to congratulate Brian McPhee as the premier exhibitor of our Jacob Show, and Victoria Wiggins McPhee as the premier breeder of our Jacob Show. That does conclude our show for the Jacobs. We will be back in the ring at 1 o'clock with the Romneys, and we'll start out with the white Romneys first.